It's week 5 of the fantasy football season. That means there's a whole new strategy that you need to use to manage your rosters if you're going to win. Week 5 is the first of 10 straight weeks with teams on bye. There are 3 key ways that bye weeks change the calculus of decision making when managing your fantasy football roster. And honestly, I don't care if you're 1-3 or 4-0 or whatever it is. It's going to be these next 10 weeks during the NFL season that determine who makes the playoffs and what seeding you get leading into it. I've won exactly 36% of all the fantasy football leagues I've been in for the last 20 plus years doing this thing, and a big reason is because I know the strategy to capitalize on bye weeks. Number 1, bye weeks make it way easier and way more critical to make trades. If you watch my videos before, you know I'm a big fan of making trades. I believe that trades should not be rip-offs where one side clearly wins. It should be a win-win trade where specialization and arbitrage dictate each team improving what they need at this moment in the season. It's a fundamental tenet of classical economics, after all, that trades should benefit each side because of different market values. And with bye weeks arriving, this is officially trade season. Now it's going to be way easier to make trades because teams have clear priorities. So look at those teams that are 0-4, desperate to win this week to avoid going 0-5, and see if they have any players in the Bears, Packers, Steelers, or Falcons. Those are the 4 teams on bye in week 5. It's crazy how the algorithm has picked up these videos, and I'm getting hundreds of comments and DMs every day now. You guys are asking me a lot of trade questions, but the only way I can really give good answers is if you go to fansports.com, where I built the best trade analyzer on the internet, in my opinion. Simply commenting on TikTok, should I trade this guy or these guys for these other guys, is not going to give me enough context to accurately evaluate your trade. That's why my trade analyzer looks at all of your league settings, how many teams make the playoffs, where you currently stand, which free agents are available, your whole entire roster, and then with all of that, I can actually give you an accurate picture of whether or not a trade improves your chances of winning. Let's jump into the second way that trades adjust how you should manage your roster, and that's because they change the whole desirable roster makeup for you to have. If you were holding backup tight ends or backup quarterbacks, you need to be very wary about using valuable roster spots on them because wide receivers and running backs all get a boost. There's no need to have a CJ Stroud or a TJ Hawkinson on most rosters right now because they have one matchup in week 5 and they're gone for week 6. That means for the next 2 weeks, you're not going to get much value out of them. Instead, you want to stack up on guys who are startable at running back and wide receiver because this is where there is the most players that are going to be on bye any given week. And finally, the last thing is that this changes how waivers are going to work in all leagues. Normally, Tuesday is the day to tune in and make sure you have all your best waiver claims, but now I want you guys to all check after Wednesday to see who is dropped. All of the dozens and dozens and dozens of leagues I've been in, there have been very quality guys dropped out of desperation in bye week. If you can afford it, see who drops a DJ Moore or perhaps a Matthew Golden this week just because they're on bye. Go ahead to fansports.com. You can submit your trades there to the trade analyzer. I got a big backlog. I got way too many people submit trades. I'm trying to respond to every single one of them, but I appreciate you guys' patience there. You can also see my rankings rest of season, update them every single day. I really appreciate you guys spending a couple of valuable minutes of your day with me. Stay learning. See you in the next one. Peace.